All right, Wolfpack, happy Sunday. Here we are, the start of our off season, if you may, unless you're redoing the open workout tomorrow. We're going to take a week transition before we get into our full off season program. So the programming is going to change a lot. If you've looked at it ahead of time today, you're going to see a big shift or a big change in kind of the style. Basically, anytime we get done with the open, take a little bit of a deload week where we introduce the movements that we're going to be focusing on, traditionally the strength movements and the Olympic lifts. And then the following week, so starting next week, we'll do some testing workouts, some testing lifts, and then we'll kind of build off of that moving forward. So we're going to work on a little bit of different style. We kind of prepped going into the open with Metcons and doing our lifts after Metcons and all that. We're going to take a step back, focus on some technique. We're going to do some traditional strength. And then if you were here last year, I offered kind of an optional, I guess B is optional as well, but extra optional strength or extra optional Metcon. So you have the opportunity, if you want to focus a little bit more on strength, building the foundational movements, doing some accessory work or some bodybuilding on some days, you have that opportunity rather than doing a Metcon. And it's a great time to do that now, since we kind of just came out of our kind of like peak conditioning season. So you can kind of take a step back from the Metcons, focus a little bit more on your strength, and then we rebuild the base. And then as we go into next year, everything is better. So just a little outlook on kind of the programming moving forward. So the Metcons will become a bit more or a bit less sexy, if I may. So we're not going to do as much CrossFit. Okay, we're still going to have great opportunities to get good workouts in, but we're going to focus a little bit more on our strength and our Oli and lifting. And then the Metcons are just going to be a little bit more basic, right? So a lot of body weight movements, not as much of the technical CrossFit stuff, and that'll also help lead us into Murph Prep, which is coming up in the end of May. So anyways, we'll hop right into Monday. So we're going to work on some power cleans. So we're just going to work the 3 positions in this EMOM. We're going to do a lot of power work on our lifts. I feel like this is a great place to start in the off season. So 10-minute EMOM, first 3 minutes are 3 high hang power cleans all the way up in the high hip pocket. The second 3 minutes are going to be 2 hang power cleans, and then the final 4 are going to be just 1 from the floor. So take this opportunity just to feel out the positions. We're not looking to find a 1 rep max tomorrow. We'll do that later down the road. We're just getting some touches on some different positions and some power cleans so that we can transition into the actual power clean cycle. So simple focuses, right? Get to your extension point, fast elbows, and then move those feet out quick and catch in a good power position. We're trying to still catch in a quarter squat the entire way through. So if anything, this is like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 7 plus out of 10 here effort for tomorrow. Okay, front squats, we're working on positioning. So we're going to do a big front squat cycle with tempo. So tomorrow is just going to be the introduction to that. 3x3, 3x2, and 3x1, all with the same tempo. 3 seconds down, pause in the bottom, and then stand up. And we'll go into more tempo work stuff next week. I know it's going to be a long video, so we'll kind of just get this one out. But the tempo is there to force you to go a little bit lighter and to maintain perfect position. So the biggest flaw in people's squat cleans or front squats is positioning and technique. So the tempo forces you to stay in a perfect position, and it builds that base of the position further and making your lifts easier. So take it a little bit lighter. Make sure the tempo is perfect and focus on positions, and you'll be fine. Okay, and then the optional Metcon. So again, if you don't want to do the front squats, you can go right into the Metcon. Vice versa, if you don't want to do the Metcon, you can do the front squats. So 10 rounds for time. You can basically do this with a partner. You're just going to sprint on the assault bike for 10 calories for males, 8 for the females, and then you're going to do 20 quick air squats, and you're going to rest 1-to-1. So clearly just a little bit of Murph prep here, working on some air squat movements. And like I said, just a basic conditioning workout. But it's still going to be pretty nasty. It's 200 air squats. So get after it. Have fun tomorrow. If you have any questions, obviously there'll be more info on the off-season programming coming out. But I wanted to get this video out with a little bit of the WOD talk for Monday. So anywho, have a great week. It's going to be a fun transition. Take this week as kind of a step back, and then we'll launch ourselves forward in the coming weeks. So we will see you in the gym. Later, Wolfpack.